I was born in Mandeville. I'm a bona fide country girl. I went to Manchester High School Institute, and my parents were really into sending me to extracurricular activities. So I did karate, I did art, and I did music, of course. For about 7 years, I did the piano. So I had training from the Royal School of Music in England. I had to take their exams every year. And you know, I did, while I was at that music studio, those classes, I took other instruments. I tried the flute, I tried the violin, I tried the trumpet, I played percussions in the band. I did vocal training, but my voice teacher got stabbed, sadly, so he had to leave, and I never really followed through with the singing. I am trained, yes. I know music, like I have the ear for it because I did it from I was so young, you know. It's like in me, so I know what I need to hear. I mean, I might not know how to do it fully in production, but I know what I need to hear, so that's why I tend to get involved in my musical productions for my songs.
Okay.
But you know, I come from a half. My parents were not Christians when I was younger, and then they became Christians like when I was about 10. So that for me was a transition, because I ended up being pressured into just do as what they were doing, and I think that really was where the rebel in me really grew. My musical influences are Bob Marley, Etta James, and Rihanna, but for three completely different reasons. Bob Marley, I just love his style of writing, and I love reggae, and I think that's the most authentic reggae out there, and nothing can match up to Bob Marley's music for me. So that's where my love for reggae came from. That's what I grew up on, you know. I had all the CDs, and they'd play in my house, and we'd sing and dance. I'd sing and dance with my father and all of that. So that's there. Etta James, I really like Etta James because of the soul and, you know, her jazz vocals, because my vocals has a jazzy tone. So, you know, I love her, and I love her attitude. You know, it was very rebellious. She wasn't any good at two shoes, but she was being herself. And I look up to Rihanna in terms of business, musical influence, how she has worked her way with her music. So those are three major influences for me. But overall, I listen to a lot of music. Not, oh, I just listen to some reggae, or no, I listen to every kind. Reggae, hip-hop, chill, house, jazz, everything. So for me, my musical influence is from everything, and I believe that all sounds can work together. So I like to put a piece of everything that I like into my music.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So far.
So far.
That's a funny story. That was the first song I ever wrote, but it was the second song I had released. So no, it's not my first. If you think it, Black Skin is the first thing I released, and you know, I really, when I was releasing Black Skin and Babylon, I know I just wanted to do music because it was therapeutic for me personally, but I didn't really see it as, okay, let's make a life out of this. Like, I didn't see that as feasible. And then somebody said to me, you know, you should really take this seriously, and I did. And still am. My personal inspiration for Free From Babylon was, I've always been a creative. I've been an artist. I'm a free spirit. So went to college, got my degree, thought better use it. I went to school for 4 years just to have it. So, but I really did not like the whole 9-to-5 structure and all of that. For me personally, it was making me not who I am. It was taking me away from me. I couldn't express myself the way I would if I was free spirited. I could do the things, all the aspirations and ambitions I have for myself. Like, it kind of just sheep me up, and I didn't like that. So Free From Babylon was just that I wanted to be free from, you know, that Babylon, that thing that's holding me back from just going head first into the stuff that I love to do, not working for somebody and depending on the next man. I don't like that idea at all, and I believe that I can be greater than to be underneath another man, you know? So I need to go for the things I believe in. Black Skin is about an ex-boyfriend of mine, actually, and obviously a dark skin, and at that time I had a very I don't know, like I really love dark skin, like, and especially on males. I think it's very beautiful. So that was my, and I think black is beautiful, you know. I personally, I would want to be white, you know, like I love how we look as black people. And yeah, but the song was really about my ex, you know, and the temptation and fighting it, and that's what it was. But I just named him Black Skin. That is, bleaching is, you don't love who you are. That's what it says to me. Because even in the realm of plastic surgery, I mean, yes, there are things I would like to change about myself, everybody, but I don't have that level to now commit to surgery and spend all this money or damage my skin, or, you know, I don't want it that bad, you know. So it's really, I think it's a very deep issue underlying to, it's a brainwash almost, like they let you think that lighter skin means better, and that's Jamaica's part, because we're classist. And it's fun because I grew up uptown in that circle in Mandeville, though, you know, and moving to Kingston is even different, you know. Like, I felt it more, like it's real. Like, even though I was growing up that way, I could still feel it, you know. And you know, but I was lucky enough to, you know, have very down-to-earth parents, and, you know, believe in talking to everybody. So, you know, I'm chill, but some people, they really are classist, and that put pressure on people to see that as a success in life, and end up don't like themselves and don't see themselves as somebody because they're not lighter skinned. So I think, why, that's a rough issue. Tough questions. I've never met somebody who is like, I hate this song. You know, they love the song. and it's very different. Because as I said, I do a fusion, you know, it's not straight this or straight that. It's my music. My goal when I started music was to have my own kind of genre and sound. So, you know, and yes, when it just came out, you know, it was hard for people to appreciate. But it's not that they disliked it, it just wasn't what, you know, it was, they couldn't put it here or put it there, so you know, that kind of threw off people. And now it's funny, it's now in like a reggae category, you know, and I'm like, but this isn't even reggae, so you know, people expecting more reggae music from me, and I'm like, well, at first it couldn't get accepted into, say, a dub place, playing dub, it can't get go there. But you know, at the same time, oh, you're a reggae artist, so you know, I struggle with that too. You know, no, I don't like to define it. You know, I like making music, and whatever that is to me, I think is because my music, you know, I'm not trying to be somebody, you know. These are my thoughts and my emotions, you know, like Free from Babylon, I wanted to be free, so I wrote that song, you know, but that doesn't now mean I'm going to sing a whole bunch of, you know,
See.
you know, you burn your spliff, you feel good, you feel a little free, you write a song, it worked like that, boy. I have other things going on in my life, there's love, there's other things, so my music, it's going to be broad.
Okay.
The song. Everybody likes the song, and they like that it's fresh, it's new, like they can, it's
True.
different. They love that. And I have even sent my song to somebody international, you know, see if I could get it in their blog and stuff, you know, but they said they didn't like the song, but they like the sound, you know, so I know that I have something special here, and I'm trying my best to craft it as smart as possible rather than being too much all over the place, you know?
See.
I think it's going to be an album. Just because it's smarter, I don't want a good piece of work to go to waste. Just because it's short, some songs, you know? You can enter EP to win a Grammy, you know? But then you have these good songs and what, you know? So I think, and I have a lot of music that I have not recorded or put out, so it's like, let's throw them all together, put the story together, and make a complete project. So, you know, I don't even like the word album or EP. I like, this is a project I'm working on, and let's make it full length, because you never know what can happen. You don't want to block your opportunities. I have collaborated with someone, Royal Blue, actually.
Okay.
We have a song together. I don't know when it's coming out. But I really love that song. And I can't wait for it to come out. Want to collab with actually some. I want to collab with people like Shaba and Ninja Man and Popcorn and Sizzler, you know, not the normal thing people would think I would want to, but yeah, I want legendary stuff, you know? I want it to be good. My biggest challenge is I do feel like, you know, I have something special, and sometimes it brings along the wrong people, and you end up in some sticky situations, you know, so trusting the right people has been hard, and not just trusting, your art in people's hands, tough to let go of, you know, and it's a lot of emotions and all of that. Also, you know, I've gotten a lot of, you know, beat downs, subtle beat downs, like, oh, you know, you should probably just stick to graphic design. And these are people that I look up to in the industry, you know, they kind of want to keep you at a level. They are the only ones supposed to shine, you know. So, and I mean that's hard because you can, as a new artist, you genuinely come in and you look up to these people, but they either just want to steal from you or want a piece of you. It's very selfish, and sad to say, it has changed my perspective. You know, you almost have to be, you know, selfish yourself because it's a lot of pirates.
See.
You know. So it's, you have to be super careful, like real careful with who you trust in and the energy that you're around to, because it can put yourself down as well. I do graphic design. I have a degree in TV production, so I do films. Yeah, so video is really what I'm trained in. So I edit videos, I can film videos, produce, direct. I used to do photography. I do a little painting. I'm really rusty now, but yeah, pretty much I do most things. You know, the only thing I can't do is draw.
See.
Biggest advice: don't neglect your artist development. Take time to develop as an artist, because I find that even some of the veterans are kind of searching around of what to do next and what's not working, and you know, sometimes it's good. Patience is key. Sometimes you need to work and learn who you are as an artist. Good example, Solange. Solange was like doing the Beyonce thing, kind of, and but the minute she found herself and who she is, boom, #1 album, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I find that artist development, work on your craft, don't stop. Don't say, yeah man, I'm good, my boss. Don't need to work any harder. That is when the work starts. You try to be better every time and be yourself. Everything on social media is Jane Macgizmo. That's JaneMacgizmo. And I just put up my website so you can check it out. It's www.janemacgizmo.com. I want to big up BLAK IWA TV for even just having me and believing in my music and playing my song. I really rate that. You know, anybody who loves my music, I have love for you.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Blessing.
This is Jane Macgizmo for BLAK IWA TV. Free from Babylon, Babylon, Weedamiah, free from Babylon, Babylon.